Okay, this is May June 2020 variant 2. The first question says that Stephen had an annual income of 21,500. His annual income increased to this. Percentage change is final minus original over original multiplied by 100. So I have 22790 minus 21500 divided by 21500 multiplied by 100. I put the entire thing on a calculator and get my answer, which is 6%. This is Stephen invests 1260 in a bank. The bank pays simple interest at a rate of 2.5% per year. Calculate the simple interest is P into R into T. P is the principal amount that you invested, 2.5% and 3 years. So I get 94.5. So he's going to have 1260 plus 94.5. That gives me 1354.5. Then it says Stephen changes 4,300 rupees into dollars. The exchange rate is $1 to this. Haircut how much he receives, giving your answer correct to the nearest dollar. So 4,300. The exchange rate is 1 to 67.8. So I have 4,300 Indian rupees. Dollar INR. So that gives me 4,300 equals to 67.8x. And x should then be 63.42. It says to the nearest dollar, so you get $63. I'm just checking my answers. Opening up the marking screen for the answers. First question number 1, C, $63. 1354.5 and 6%. Okay. So the answers are correct. Then it says the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters more than its width W. So if this is W, then this must be W plus 6. The perimeter of the rectangle is 37. Form an equation in X. So perimeter is 2L plus W, 37. W plus 6 plus W equals to 37. 2W plus 6 equals to 37. 4W plus 12 equals to 37. 4W equals to 37 minus 12. 4W is 25. W is 25 divided by 4, which is 6.25. And it says a rectangle 20 by 8 is cut from a rectangle 28 by 15. Each measurement is given correct to the nearest centimeter. Calculate the upper bound for the shaded area of the region. Now, if I want the upper bound for the shaded area of the region, I want the bigger triangle to be as big as possible. ये सबसे बड़ा होना चाहिए और ये जितना छोटा हो सकता है वो छोटा होना चाहिए. So the lowest possible length, if it's rounded to the nearest centimeter, is 7.5 and 19.5. And the greatest are 28.5 and 15.5. So larger minus smaller. I get 28.5 into 15.5 minus 7.5 into 19.5. That gives me what? That gives me 295.5. Okay. A light L is fixed on a building 8 meters above the base B of the building. A point P on the horizontal ground 12 meters from B. Calculate the angle of elevation of L from P. So I'm asking you for this angle. This is simple. Tan theta is 8 over 12. Theta equals to tan inverse of 8 over 12. Yes, 33.69. Then says a ladder is placed on the ground at Q to reach the light L. The ladder makes an angle of 70 with the ground. Calculate QL. That's again simple. Sine 70 BL over QL. BL is 8. So sine 70 QL. 8 divided by sine 70. A vertical pole RS of length 1.6 meters is placed touching the horizontal ground. The light produces a shadow TS of the pole on the ground. LRT is a straight line and TB equals to 6.5. Calculate TS. Now, since I see multiple lengths, what I see is similar triangles. So if I call this X, then X corresponds to 6.5, the same way that 1.6 corresponds to 8. So 6.5 into 1.6 divided by 8, that gives me 1.3. Then it says the table summarizes the time M hours that each student in a year group spent listening to music in one day. Some of the results are shown in the histogram. I've plotted frequency density, which is obvious. It says use the histogram to find the value of P. Now P is the frequency that's unknown. Do I know the frequency density for this class? Let's check. Do I know 1.5 से 2 की line जो है वो 30 पे बनी हुई है. So the frequency density is 30. So can I say that frequency density is P over its class width, which is 0.5. So 30 equals to P into 0.5. Therefore, P should equal 15. Then it says complete the histogram. So I need all the frequency densities above it. Let's calculate all the class widths. 0.5, that's 1, and that's 1.5. And subtracting the upper boundary minus the lower boundary. Okay, frequency divided by class width. So this gives me 28, 23. 18 divided by 1.5 is 12. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. So let's quickly plot all of this. Let's first draw the last one. That's simple. 6 पे बनाना है. So I get the line is not very accurate, but that's fine right now. On the exam, you should make sure that you draw accurate lines because it's difficult to draw on a tablet. And then 2.5 to 3.5 is 23. Then 28. Again, that's the histogram. This table summarizes the time C hours that each student in a group of 50 students spent cooking in 1 week. Calculate an estimate of the mean time spent cooking. So fx is what I will require. X will be the midpoint. So 0 and 2 का midpoint 1 होता है. 3, 5, 7 and 9. Okay. For the mean, I will have sum of fx, sum of f. Hmm, 50 students. So let's just do that. Four point three. It says draw the cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate for the median. In order to plot a cumulative frequency diagram, you need the upper class boundaries and you need the cumulative frequency. So 8 plus 16 is 24, and then 39, and then 46, and then 50. So 2 is going to plot against 8. So 2 and 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 24. 5 and 39. 8, sorry, not 5 and 39, 6 and 39. I hope I've done that. No, 6 and 39. 8 and 46. 10 and 50. And mark 0 and 0. So I get something like this. Then in order to calculate the median, I'd say half of 50th, which is 25th. So 25th gives me 4 hours. Then it says solve the simultaneous equations showing your working. So I can do elimination or I can do substitution. Elimination sounds easier. I'll multiply this entire thing with 2 and this with 3. The other thing with 3 and the bottom thing with 2. This gives me 6x minus 4y equals to 33. 6x minus 12y equals to 33, and 6x plus 6y equals to minus 12. Then in order to eliminate x, I change the signs, I get minus 18y equals to 45. So I get y equals to minus 2.5. Minus, sorry, my bad. 4 into 2.5 is 10. That's question number 1. Let us solve this equation. This is basically a quadratic equation. I'll use the quadratic formula minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a minus 3 plus minus 9 minus 192. .79 plus and minus 4.29. That says h is inversely proportional to the cube root to the cube of g. It's 1 over g cube. 4.5 h is an k over g cube. 4.5 k 2 cube. So k is 4.5 into 8. 32 plus 4 is 36. So k is 36. So h becomes 36 over g cube. Then it says find the value of g when h equals to 32 over 3. So h is 32 over 3, 36 over g cube. So g is 1.5. Okay,